Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the mental health series. Now you would have seen my video on mental health and mental illness, which might have directed you to this one here. Hi, how are you? I hope you guys are doing well. This will be a regular occurrence on Thursdays where I will be uploading for the next 5 weeks. I do have my book here that I have a lot of notes because I really want to get deep and down and into what each specific topic is about, the statistics and all of that, because I really just want to get you guys talking and get you aware of what's actually going on in the world of mental health and mental illness. Today's topic is depression. Now, if you are triggered easily, I would go into this video with caution, especially over the next 5 weeks, because I'm not going to dance around it because it needs to be talked about. And me personally, I suffer with depression. I actually suffer with severe depression and anxiety disorder and panic disorder actually, which is within the anxiety, which will be next week. But yeah, so I'm going to talk to you and run you through what we're going to be talking about in today's video, just so you guys have an idea. So what I'm going to be going through is the facts and statistics, the types of depression, the symptoms, why it's important to talk about it, and the numbers and the websites that you guys can go to if you need or want help or know anyone that needs it. So the first section, I guess, is the facts and the statistics. So I'm just gonna list them off and hopefully you guys can just go along and won't get lost. Sadness and grief are normal human emotions. We all get them from time to time, but they usually go away within a few days, and that's normal, just sadness and grief. Major depression is something that stays, something more, and you actually lose a lot of interest in the things that you used to love doing. Untreated depression can lead to serious complications that can put your life at risk. But fortunately, most people can be effectively treated, so that's good. Statistically, 350 million people worldwide suffer from depression, and 16 million is just the number alone in the US. Women are more likely to be diagnosed than what men are. 20% of people with major depressive disorder develop psychotic symptoms. 10 to 15% of women develop postpartum depression, which is one of the types that I will be getting into. Now we're going to get into the types of depression. So there's major depression. You could have a single episode, or you could have recurring episodes of major depression. Then there's persistent depressive disorder, and that is when depression lasts 2 years or more. Then we have bipolar disorder or manic depressive disorder, which involves cycles of depression, altering with extreme highs and manics. Now, also remember that specific circumstances can trigger other types of depression. We have seasonal affective disorder, which is SAD, and that is when your mood is affected by sunlight. Most likely to be more depressed in winter as the sun is not as present. There is postpartum depression, which I mentioned a minute ago. Many new mothers go through this and experience this. It has a lot to do with chemical imbalances and hormones and just the general stress of dealing with a newborn and caring for a newborn. It's completely normal, and with lack of sleep, it's all bound to pile up. It's completely normal, and no one should be ashamed to have postpartum depression. Now we're going to get into the symptoms, and there is quite a lot, so we're just kind of gonna roll through them. There are mood swings, tiredness or fatigue, feelings of sadness or emptiness is a big one, extreme irritability over small things, anxiety and restlessness, anger management issues, loss of interest in your favorite activities, fixation on the past or things that have gone wrong, and a big one is thoughts of death or suicide. Unfortunately, that goes hand in hand with depression, so that's a massive sign. Now we're going to get into the physical symptoms, and they include debilitating fatigue, increased or decreased appetite, weight gain or weight loss, difficulty concentrating or making decisions, and unexplained aches and pains. In children specifically, I know I went through this quite a lot, is clinginess and refusal to go to school. So if you're a parent and you have a child that is being a little bit more clingy than usual or is refusing to go to school, I would definitely 100% check up on that. I know my mom did that with me, and our bond is stronger than ever. But yeah, so possible causes. Depression doesn't have one single cause. It could be a bunch of different things all put together, so we're going to go through that. It could be brain chemistry, hormones, genetics, and personal risk factors definitely play a role in that. I know for myself personally, it's personal risk factors. Genetics definitely plays a big role in it, and yeah, so if you're feeling like something's off, definitely go speak to someone about it, and especially if it runs through genetically, because I know it definitely runs through my family. So causes and risk factors, again, we're just going to sweep right through these. Low self-esteem, anxiety disorder, borderline personality disorder, and post-traumatic stress disorder, physical or sexual abuse, chronic diseases like diabetes, multiple sclerosis or cancer, alcohol or drug abuse, certain prescription medications may cause depression, or family history of depression, which again is the genetic side. So now we're going to go into why it is so important to talk about depression. It's more common than what people think. A lot more people are going through depression than what the world is letting on. The negative stigma around talking about mental health and depression needs to go. It is a normal thing that needs to be talked about. You never know when depression can creep into your life. Not necessarily saying that you're going to get it, but you never know. Years down the line, you could develop depression. Your friend or your family member could develop depression. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It can linger or creep in at any given moment. So it's definitely important to become educated and to know the signs and all that of depression. As I've said, I myself, personal experience with depression, my family and everything, it runs down the line, unfortunately. I've had 3 friends commit suicide, plus my grandfather, so depression definitely played a role in that, and I will get more into that in the suicide episode of this. Very serious topic, and if you know someone that is depressed or you yourself are depressed, then I am going to flash up after this clip a list of websites and numbers that you can call if you're feeling depressed. I will also leave them in the description down below because I feel like it is 100% important. I'm just going to list off a couple of ones that I feel like I believe are the best, and they are Headspace and Kids Helpline. Big ones. You'll see the numbers and all that right now. So yeah, now that you've seen that, don't forget they're also down below in the description. I really hope this episode opened your eyes into depression and you've learned a little bit more about it. There are hundreds and thousands of websites that you can go to if you want to learn a little bit more, if you want to know a bit more about the statistics and what to look out for or anything like that, then all you have to search up is facts about depression in general, or what I need to know about depression. You can literally search anything and you're going to find the answers, which is a beautiful thing about the internet. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and it helped. If it did, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Also hit the notification bell, which is down below as well, so you're notified when I upload, which is twice a week, on Monday and on Friday. I really hope you guys have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in my next video. I love you guys.